Welcome everyone, my name is Graham Calder and this is my top 5 tips for starting seedlings for your garden. Tip number 5 is to use a fan. This is something that is overlooked in almost every setup that I consult on. We get mold outbreaks, we get little spindly seedlings that are not very strong. But if you think about the way seeds grow in nature, they grow outside with lots of airflow and a little breeze helping them to move. So a small rotating fan that's blowing, I have mine on a timer, that will then keep your seedlings moving, keep the air moving, and this will help them develop really strong stem and reduce any risk of mold. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you're using a good lighting setup. So many people will just have their seedlings sitting beside the window, and you get these long, leggy seedlings that are extra thin and tall. They're looking for the light. You want to have your light setup that is adjustable. Sometimes we'll use adjustable lights, but often we'll just use an adjustable shelf that we can prop up. Then this gives us more storage space for other seeds that are below the actual shelf. Make sure you can bring your seedlings up to the light or bring your lights down, and this will help prevent any leggy seedlings. Another little note on this, I have been using Sunblasters all my life, which is not a brand that I have any affiliation to, but it was a really good quality T5 compact fluorescent light bulb. However, recently I did upgrade to some LED lights, which are actually a third of the price of these Sunblasters. And last year I bought a set of Sunblasters a week before I bought another set of LEDs. We're using them side by side ever since. The Sunblaster, one of the 3 bulbs died already, and the other LEDs have been going strong. I really also prefer the LEDs because I realize as I pack up my setup at the end of the spring, putting away these compact fluorescent light bulbs that have traces of mercury in them are really risky. So I'm always bubble wrapping them and making sure they're safe. Whereas the LED lights are pretty easy. I just chuck them in the bin with the rest of the seedling equipment. We have a link in the description for the LED lights as well as the Sunblasters. If you want to try either out, I highly recommend you give it a shot. Tip number 3 is to sift your seedling soil. It's usually when you're picking sticks out of your mix or out of your seedlings or seeing seedlings that are trying to push up through a little piece of bark that you end up realizing that this was a crucial step. Seeds are so small often that they have trouble pushing through any solid objects. And so pieces of bark from your compost, little sticks, or other things that are often commonly found in store-bought compost if you're not producing your own, or even homemade compost that hasn't gone through a full decomposition cycle. Set up a little scree, sift out the compost, and make sure that those seeds have the best start that they can. Tip number 2 is to use aerated pots. And we use in 2 stages here. We use the soil blocks for our seedlings. And this provides, first of all, a no waste setup for your seedlings. So there's never any running out of pots. You always have as much as you have soil. So you just keep making soil blocks. And they're also aerated because they have no plastic around the edges. And that's just really crucial for good, healthy root development. Then when we transplant up, we actually use these biodegradable felted plastic bag. That aerated pot, again, gives really amazing aeration to the roots, but it also facilitates watering. So I put them in a drip tray that can hold the water, and I will flood the drip tray and let them soak up the water from the bottom up. Tip number 1, which I think is so important for when we're growing our seedlings, is to use an heirloom or a heritage seed. So seeds that are known to be cultivated or selected for before the advent of chemicals, such as pesticides and herbicides and chemical fertilizer, which means that these plants will actually be more apt at accepting your organic conditions that don't have chemicals. Things that were cultivated since the 50s won't do that well in organic setups if you don't have the right chemicals that they were selected to use with. So choose your heirloom seeds. This also means that when you are saving seed, if you choose to do so, you know that you have a really good cultivar, a really good quality of seed coming from a line that has been selected for and protected for a very long time. So those are my 5 top tips for getting your seedlings going and getting your garden the best head start that you can. If you like this content and you want to see more free content, please like and subscribe. Also, please join our Patreon. It's $3 a month. And you get to join us in our monthly fireside chat where we go into next level rabbit hole conversations. And I post raw, unedited videos as often as I can. Thanks so much. And don't forget to design, share, and grow your life into abundance.